Hello, Lee Goldberg.
Hi, Mr. Lee. Good afternoon. My name is Chris Gaffney, one of the content managers here in Columbia Pictures.
At what? I'm sorry?
My name is Chris Gaffney, one of the content managers here in Columbia Pictures.
Columbia
I'm
Pictures.
sorry.
I thought it was called Our Film Agency, the message I got the other day. You're with Columbia Pictures?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. And I understand that HBO Max wants to make an offer on one of my books. I'm very excited, but also very confused.
Yeah, our investors, HBO Max, is gonna purchase your film rights for $300,000. That's what I've told you. And I just want to let you know, Mr. Lee, that that's an initial offer. It could be a way upward until you submit your materials, which is the cinematic trailer and the film pitch deck.
What? Why would I don't understand? You're gonna have to slow down because I'm confused by all this. Why would HBO Max contact Columbia Pictures for my book? You guys have nothing to do with my book.
Yeah, I believe that you're the author of the book entitled Television Series Revivals, right?
Yes, I am, but you guys have nothing to do with my book.
It's a book to film project, Mr. Lee.
It's Lee Goldberg. Lee's my first name. But what I don't understand is if HBO wants to make a movie or a TV show out of my book, why didn't they contact me directly or contact my publisher or contact my agent? Why would they contact Columbia Pictures?
Because our investors on HBO is associated with Columbia Pictures, and they're the one that giving us a task to call the authors, um, excuse me, and give you a follow-up if you have already the materials, which is the cinematic trailer and the film pitch deck.
Again, I'm confused because I'm a subscriber to HBO Max. HBO Max is a streaming service. They aren't investors, and my understanding of your company, Columbia Pictures, is that you're a movie studio and a television studio.
Yeah,
So
that's
why are they contacting you and not me? I don't understand. If they're interested in my book, why did they go to a movie studio that doesn't have the rights to make this offer? It doesn't make sense to me.
come again.
I don't understand why HBO would go to you, a movie studio, about and make an offer for my book since you don't own my book and you didn't publish my book. Why wouldn't HBO come to me directly? Why wouldn't they go to my publisher or my agent or to me? Why are they going to you? I'm very confused about that.
Since we only focus on your film project here, Mr. Lee, and we only suggest and working directly to the owner of the copyright, which is you, Mr. Lee.
It's Lee Goldberg. It's not Mr. Lee. It's Goldberg's my last name. Are you here in Los Angeles? Are you at Columbia Pictures Studios?
Yeah, actually, we are from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, New York. Columbia Pictures is in Studio City,
Studio City.
California.
Yeah, Culver City, California, West Washington Boulevard.
Yes, but you're in Brooklyn.
No, sir. Actually, we're from West Washington Boulevard, Culver City, California.
Ah, okay.
I'm sorry, Brooklyn is our reputable trailer house.
Is your what? I'm sorry?
Reputable trailer house. That's the one.
Reputable trailer house? What's a reputable trailer house?
They're the one who's gonna make the materials, which is the cinematic trailer and the film pitch deck.
So you're telling me, I'm trying to follow this, that HBO Max wants to make a movie or TV show out of my book. So instead of contacting me, they contacted a movie studio. And now the movie studio has contacted another company to make a pitch deck?
A pitch deck and cinematic trailer.
A cinematic trailer. Do you know anything about my book?
Well, actually, Mr. Lee, excuse me. Actually, we have a book scout. They're the one that handpick your book, and I don't know about your book because they're the one that handpick your book, and I was only given a task to give you a follow up if you have the materials.
So why don't you transfer me to the book scout? I'd like to know more about his interaction with HBO.
Come again?
I'd like to speak to the book scout.
As much as we want to connect you with one of our film scouts that evaluated your book, I can give you the assurance to talk with them since they are busy evaluating a lot of authors' books. Okay, that's why I am here to explain.
Well, explain to me what gave the book scout the right to take my book to HBO without my permission.
Come again?
Who gave your book scout the right to take my book to HBO and other people without my permission? I didn't give anybody the right to represent my work to film studios.
Actually, they handpick your book, Lee.
How can they handpick my book and sell it to a studio without my permission? How can they solicit offers of hundreds of thousands of dollars for something they don't own? None of this makes any sense to me. Is there someone else I can speak to? Maybe your supervisor who can explain this, because you don't seem to have any of the answers. Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Can I speak to maybe your supervisor, someone who might be able to give me the answers to my questions?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I can do that for you, Mr. Lee. I will just give your information. Is that okay? And I can transfer you to one of our board of directors.
Board of directors for Columbia Pictures. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Okay, I'll hold on.
Yeah, I will just give your information to them. Okay.
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 Yes, pass it along. I'll wait and speak to one of your board members.
Okay.
I'm going to speak to one of the board members of Columbia Pictures.
This call is being recorded.
Makes two of us.
Please hold while I try to connect you.
So now I get a different rep. This should be fun.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, who am I speaking to?
It's Scott Chaffee.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Scott Chaffee. And may I know who I'm speaking with, please?
I just spoke to Scott Chaffee. You guys have two different voices. Now I'm really confused. My name is Lee Goldberg, and I was speaking to Scott Chaffee a moment ago, and he couldn't answer my questions, and I asked to speak to someone who could, and...
I believe that person who contacted you is Chris Gaffney.
And you're Scott Gaffey.
Yeah. And I'm with HBO.
You're with HBO.
Yeah.
Okay, and he was with Columbia Pictures. You're going to have to explain to me how this works.
I'm sorry?
You're going to have to explain to me how this works. The other person I spoke to told me a story I couldn't quite follow. Maybe you can tell me from scratch what's going on here.
Okay, so I believe that you're one of the authors that we're going to acquire here, right? Because I think Mr. Chris Gaffney just transferred this call to me. So you're one of the authors that will be acquired here, right?
So basically, you receive an offer, a contract, and also a proposal coming from Columbia Pictures. Am I correct?
Well, that's not what he told me. He told me that you guys are Columbia Pictures and that HBO Max wants to acquire my book for hundreds of thousands of dollars, but I have to talk to you about making a trailer or something. But I'm confused about a few things. The first one is, how did HBO Max find my book? And what he said was that your book scout took it to them. What I don't understand is how you are out there representing my book when I've never met you or given you permission to try to sell my book to movie studios, or streaming services. So you're going to have to explain to me how this works.
Okay, so I just want to clarify things here. Your name again?
Lee Goldberg.
Lee Goldberg. Alright. Okay, so let me explain to you this. So I'm with HBO, and I'm a executive manager and also legal affairs here at HBO. So basically,
Which office are you in at HBO?
for legal affairs,
No, I mean, which city?
we're currently located in New York.
New York. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So we tasked Columbia Pictures, okay, to look for 10 distinguished authors or stories or books out there that has really big, really big potential and adapting it into film.
Why did you look to Columbia Pictures? You guys have your own development team. Why would you go to an outside studio to look for books to option?
Okay. So we've been partnering with Columbia Pictures, okay, because they will be the ones going to produce the film, and our company are just going to the ones going to distribute the film worldwide. So of course we need to hire producers to produce the film. And our company here at HBO, I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with HBO Max. So by the time that Columbia Pictures fully produce the film, then we will air that film on our streaming platform, which is the Max. Okay. So again, we task Columbia Pictures to look for, especially for the authors who are self-published. So, because we've been giving some opportunities to the authors who are self-published, because we believe that there's a lot of stories or books out there. Again, that's a really big potential. So I believe, Columbia Pictures, they've been trying to search stories or books to the internet, especially for, I think they've been working with Amazon. I think they've been working with Amazon and other book sites out there. Okay, so Columbia Pictures, they do have a team of book scouts who did review and did some evaluation to your book before they endorse this book of yours to our company. So our company here at HBO, we are the ones who approved to acquire this book of yours, and that's why we are offering an initial offer of $300,000.
So why are you contacting?
With the
What?
acquisition process, so we require the authors or the owner of the copyright to submit some materials, which is a trailer and also a film pitch deck.
Well, a couple things don't make sense to me here. Number one, I'm not self-published, so why didn't you go to my agent or my publisher? Number two, with all my other books that have been optioned by movie studios, usually they call my agent and they negotiate with my agent, and we reach a figure for the option or the purchase. And no one has ever asked me to produce a pitch deck or a trailer in order to accept an offer from a studio. I mean, after all, you guys are a movie studio. It's your job to make pitch decks and trailers, not the author. Hello? 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 I guess that ended that. They realized I wasn't just another sucker. Yeah, there we go. None of their pitch makes the least bit of sense. If you question them at all, they scramble. If it's not in their script, they don't know how to answer your question. If you get a call like this, it just screams scam. There's nothing about it that sounds right. Even their voices are from another country. They're not from New York or Los Angeles. It's clearly some offshore scam operation. Don't fall for it. If it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true.